Good morning and Shabbat Shalom, because today is the day of rest for the Hebrew nation. And because of so much that's going on in the world today, I did want to get up to address the specific shifts that are going on worldwide. Nothing new. We are used to it by now. But specifically with what's going on in the nation of Israel, and we need to understand a lot about the Hebrew culture today. I'm 49% Ashkenazi Jew, but I did not know the full value of who I was until it started to unravel in about 2011. And I even began in my senior years here to have an opportunity to know about my biological father, whom I never even knew was Jewish, nor did I know that he was my biological father for many, many years of my life. And I was never introduced to anything that was truth about that in my life when I was growing up. And my mother never told me at all. So I just want to say to you that God is revealing what's called the manifest sons of God on earth today. And the manifest sons of God are not just Christians on what is considered a usual or normal understanding of what Christianity really is, but we are called out. We are called out, and we are a conduit that has been in process of being raised up through the last couple decades. And how does that foundation start, or how does that knowledge become clear? It becomes clear by intimacy with God, by engagement with God. Some of the things that we've been sharing here. So there is a place called the Order of Melchizedek. And Melchizedek was a priest unto God. He was the most important priesthood in the Hebrew understanding, because basically it's when Abram encountered Melchizedek before he was called Abraham and the father of many nations. And the studies are so deep that it would wring your heart to understand how to walk in that culture. And the culture of the Order of Melchizedek is not just a title. It's an assignment, an engagement, a birthright, and is a tithe of Israel. A tithe of the manifest sons of God, which means 10% who are called to this particular understanding or walk. And if you have friends who do not seem to have a life of ease, who do not seem to have a life that is normally functional, maybe with the spiritual depth within those people, they are called to the Order of Melchizedek. Now, in 2015, I was called out of my what I call 55 plus comfort zone. I was called out to different states, and it was an assignment, and I was to be a sojourner for a season. I'm going to have a video put up here because I really wanted to start all of this several years ago, but I'm not tech savvy. And I have a video that I did about 2 years ago, maybe a little longer, that I was going to actually do a Patreon site, but it talks about the beginning of my sojourner experience where I had to leave California. Although when God started this journey in California, it was September 15th, 2015, and I remained in the state until January 16th, 2016. So I do talk about some of that in the book, The Sojourner, Ladybug's Human, and you can purchase it on Amazon. And I believe it's important for people to understand about hardships and engagement and power and authority and God's ability to sustain us. And that's why I was a forerunner, if you will, in a different season. And the sojourner is, scripturally, it talks about take care of the fatherless, the widow, and the sojourner. Love the sojourner. And the sojourner is not from the local community. And sometimes that's embraced and sometimes it's not, because not many people understand a sojourner, but I write it in this book. and you will understand what the call is and what the community. See, the Hebrew community is the most powerful community on earth because they are elected and they are actually a divine community that is the apple of God's eye. We, in our carnal, intellectual, Western understanding, are very limited. But the more you begin to study it, they are not supposed to come in to be Christians. God will call them into the assignment of knowing Yahweh and Yeshua. And it's a process, and God is working, but it's all done in an ascended means out of heaven position. We have been on this lower level of living on earth instead of living out of heaven and getting our understanding from there. I just wanted to stop in today to begin to tell you we're going to do a little bit on this, and I have a mentor who has been in my life over the process of many years, not so much on a real personal level, but involved in her community. And she's just released, she was supposed to be in Israel on October 8th, and she just released a video that I haven't read, I haven't listened to yet. So Shabbat Shalom. Have a restful day of rest in Him, and we're going to be adding more very soon. Have a great day.